Hello everyone, Catweasel here, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to Runebound 3rd edition, the Ascendance of Margath, the finale. Well, not quite the finale, we are on turn 24 though, so we'll just move the act token down. Now it does say to flip all your gems here, but I'm not particularly planning on doing any sort of quests or adventures or anything, so what I've done is I've put them all back in the box. We know they've all been flipped. If we do happen to do one, they are available, but I thought I'd save a bit of time. Okay, where is everybody? Well, Master Thorn, he's right up here, he's in Forge, and he'll be looking to get down to Tamalir. We have Lyssa, who is in Tamalir, and she's got to get some lore, and we've got a bit of a plan for her. So let's get straight into turn 24 and go and see Master Thorn. And there's Master Thorn, and he's going on a bit of a trip. We will actually roll, because we might try and do a bit of a shortcut rather than going all along the road this time. So let's see what he gets. Whoop, fell out. So he's got a couple of plains and what is it? A hills, a forest, another hills. I think what he'll do is he'll go 1, 2, 3. He'll use the road all the way. And then we'll just roll again to see if he can cut the corner here and get to Tamalir. And he should be able to. He's got plains and he's got a wild. So plains, wild, and his whatever his other one was allows him to get into Tamalir, and that's 2 actions. What he's going to do with his last action is he's going to rest. So he's going to rest and he's going to heal this final damage that he had, and that is it for Master Thorn. Next up is Lyssa. And here we are with Lyssa, who's going to be doing a little moving of her own. First of all, she's going to use Guiding Light. So once per turn, you may spend 1 action to move to any shrine. And she's going to use that once per turn ability to move to the Shrine of Aris. Then for a second action, she's going to move to an adjacent hex, which is the one with the collector in it. Let's have a look at the collector. Remember, it's the old woman. We're going to try and get some lore off her. So for 1 action, we can test spirit or we can test body. To get at least 2 successes, take 1 lore from this card. Now, she's going to use body for this test. And the reason she's going to use body is because she's picked up Claw Hand, which is +1 body. So she has a body of 3. So she's going to use that action. And we're going to see if we can get 2 successes. Tireless is a good start, that's a success. Marksmanship is a success, and Inner Fire is not. So those are the 3 cards. She has got 1 of those lore tokens. So she's now up to 2. She's now up to 2 lore tokens, that's great. And what she's going to do is she is going to go again. There's nothing to say that she can't have another chat with the woman. And remember, we've still got Lady Luck, so we could draw again if we don't succeed. Discipline, success. Cheap Trick, success. Brilliant. And 1 step ahead was another success. So, but we got the 2 that we needed. So she has got yet another lore token. So she's up to 3. I think that's about the best she was going to get at this stage of the game. So that's excellent. So I think that's it for her. She expended 1 action to get to the Shrine of Aris, another action to get here, and she's spent 2 actions in getting those 2 lore tokens. So that is indeed the end of her turn. Right, oh, and that's the end of turn 24. But it isn't the end of the game, because we do sort of move into extra time. And the first thing we've got to do is the first player has got to roll 5 terrain dice for Margath. So let's have a look at that. And here's Margath. Now, at the end of Act 2, what happens is he starts moving up here towards Tamalir. And how fast he gets there depends on how many wilds get rolled. We're going to roll 5 terrain dice, and for each wild that gets rolled, he moves 1 hex nearer to Tamalir. If he gets to Tamalir, it's all over, man. So let's get those 5 dice. Ooh, 1. So he moves 1 hex closer to Tamalir. Cool. Right, so that's where he's up to, and we can continue taking turns as the heroes now until such time as we intercept Margath or Margath gets to Tamalir. So you can get a few extra turns so long as no wilds are rolled. But not much use hanging about for Master Thorn, so let's get up there and let's see what he's going to do. Here we have Master Thorn. The first thing Master Thorn is going to do is he's going to train, because his hand size is 2 at the moment. With Ambitious it can go up to 5. So he's going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 4, 5. Doesn't really matter which ones we keep and which ones we chuck away, but let's have a look at them anyway, because we're not going to be learning any of them. So we've got Intimidating. During attribute tests you may use Body instead of Mind or Spirit, which is useless for him anyway. We'll get rid of that one. Counter Charm. Whenever your foe triggers a surge ability before it resolves, deal your foe 1 magic damage. That would have been nice, but we haven't got 4 trophies. We've got Scavenging. Whenever you rest in the wilderness, heal all damage, but that's a body anyway. Honed Instincts. If you roll a wild while questing, you may resolve any outcome on that quest as if you'd rolled its requirements. Not too bad. And Circle of Protection. Once per round, you may exert a test spirit to cancel a surge ability. Again, just any 3 of these will do, so we'll keep these 3. We only want them to exert with anyway for his Puppet Master ability, so let's get rid of those 2. Good. So having done that, he's got 2 actions left. Now, I don't think he can get down to Margath in time. So what he's going to do, he's going to stay where he is. Is there anything else useful he can do? Not really, I don't think. There isn't much chance of him doing any sort of adventure or anything. Oh, is there anything he can learn? Well, he could do a learn, but that doesn't help. Let's move. He'll just move a bit. Why not? Yes, that'd be useful. If he's going to meet Margath, then let's meet him on a plains. So, here we go. Can we see that? We can. And doesn't really matter, actually thinking about it. What we'll do is we'll just move along the road. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we had a wild, so we'll move to there. So that is it. Don't think we're going to use his last action. He's just going to pass on his last action and he's just going to stay there. Right, let's get across to Lyssa. And here's Lyssa. First things first, obviously we got those 2 lore tokens off the collector. So the collector card goes away. So let's get rid of that and put the story quest token back where it should be and discard the collector card. Right, oh, so what's Lyssa going to do? Well, very similar to last turn. Her very first action is going to be Guiding Light. She needs to get back across, so she's going to use Guiding Light, spend an action, and she's going to go all the way across to Hunter's Circle. Now, unfortunately, she doesn't have any trophies, otherwise she'd try and get another lore. So she's got three actions left, so perhaps she can make it to Margath. So let's roll some movement dice. Gets 3. So we get hills and a forest, hills and a plains, and a plains. Right, so she's going to use both the plains, 1, 2, and then she's going to use the hills and the forest to get onto there, because it's a road. So she used 1 action, 2 actions, she's still got 2 actions left. So with a 3rd action, she moves on to the same hex, and with a 4th action, she will challenge Margath. So let's set up for Lyssa's go at killing Margath. And here we are with Lyssa, ready to do battle with Margath. What I've done, I've just got a clear plastic lid here. I'm going to try and stop all these flying out all over the shop during the battle. We've got High Lord Margath. He's been flipped over because he's been challenged. And as you can see, warrior, villain, dragon. Margath has -1 health for each law his foe has. This cannot reduce his health below 8. She has 3. So his health is now 12. Let's get rid of those. So his health is 12. If he gets a surge, he can taunt and flip one of our tokens. Not recast, flip. 2 surges, the Will of Margath, he gets to heal 3 damage. And with 3 surges, he's got Empower. Double all of your damage for the rest of this combat round. As you can see, you know, we haven't got much chance. He's pretty tough anyway. So let's see how we do. Let's put him in there. Right, so got all these and all these. We shall put those in the Cup of Doom and get ready to cast them. He has got a nasty... He's got an extra combat room because he's the boss. It's 2 skulls and he's got a surge on the other side, so that is pretty nasty. Things we've got to remember is with our True Steel Axe that we've got a smash ability. Recast any number of your foe's tokens, which might be useful, so we've got to remember that. We've also got Sense Weakness. So once per combat round, as a combat action, we can remove any of those dash tokens and deal a physical damage that cannot be blocked. So that could be useful. We have Defensive Stance as well, which means we can exert to block 1 damage. So that's another one that we have got to keep an eye on. But let's just get rolling these combat rooms. There we go. Right, I'll just set these out, won't be a second. And here we are. Now I've sorted all the tokens out and it doesn't look good. In fact, it looks appalling. So Margath gets to go first. He's got 2 initiative. We've only got 1. We don't have a single surge, which is really, really bad. So what he's going to do is Margath is going to use his agility token and he is just going to flip this dash onto a double. Yes, indeed. He's trying to get rid of us straight up. What can we do? Well, we've got an agility token. We've got 2 agility tokens and we could do with... What we're going to do, what we'll get, yeah, we're going to spend this agility token here and we are going to flip that one onto its surge side. Yep. So that's what we've done. Lyssa. Now it is Margath's go, and what Margath is going to do is he's going to take one of his double damage tokens and he's going to put it onto that double. It is now our go. We, I think, are going to spend all of these to get 5 damage on Margath, which will become 4 damage because he has a shield. So at least she's got some damage on him. So Margath has 4 damage. It's now Margath's go. He's going to spend 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage he got. Lyssa's got 9 health. So she's got 1 health left. So Lyssa has got 1 health left. And for a final action, she is... Oh, actually, she's got 2 health left because she's going to exert and use defensive stance. So she'll get rid of adrenaline. So she managed to save herself 1. And then what she's going to do is she is going to use a surge ability of Stalk Prey. So that'll fit in here, yeah. So she's going to use Stalk Prey. Fortunately, we are on plains, so we could do with 3 plains. And we get 2 plains and a wild, which is good enough. So that is 3 damage, which he can't block. So that will put him up onto 7 damage. Remember, we need 12. So not very likely that we're going to win, but let's keep plugging away. So take that, and we go into the second combat round. Right, I'll just set these up and we can see the bad news. And here we are back, and it might not be bad news. It might not be bad news. We could have won. We could have won. Look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. He's on 7 as it is. He's on 7 as it is. We get to go first because we've got, what's the word? Initiative. So we're just going to spend all of our damage. 5 damage. 7 plus 5 is 12. He can't block it, I don't think. There's the 12 damage. He's got 1 surge, but the damage has already gone through, so flipping our tokens doesn't do any good. He hasn't got 2 surge, he's already dead. So how in the hell did we win that one? That was so lucky. So, whew, I just thought that was just going to be a walk in the park for Margath, especially when I was like piling all these over. I just thought, oh right, that's it. So that Stalk Prey roll to get those 3 damage to get him up to 7, that has really, really helped out. So, God, I can't believe we've managed to win. I cannot believe we've managed to win that. Oh, it just, after that first round, I just thought it was going to be an absolute doddle. Master Thorn can't believe it either. So, yeah, just managing to get those 2. He didn't roll a single shield. 5 just went straight on, and that was it. Bye bye Margath. Margath bites the dust. So there we go. Lyssa's done it. I always thought she had the best chance, and it was a good job she went back to that collector woman and managed to get a couple of lore off her. That made all, because we've only just done it by the skin of our teeth. We just got to 12. We got the 12 damage that we needed, and we just managed to win. I don't think Master Thorn would have been able to do it, but Lyssa has, and she's won, baby. So that's fantastic news. Well, that was certainly unexpected. Right, so that's the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I must say though that I think I have a feeling that when an expansion comes out for this, I don't know, there just seems to be something slightly missing. Whether it's the usual FFG trick of not like giving you enough cards or something, you know, and then they'll bring out a little expansion and then you'll have the set of cards that you should have began with. Or there's perhaps some little mechanism that they're keeping back, I don't know, you know, like allies or something like that, that they're keeping back for a future expansion. But I did enjoy it. It did keep it going right till the end, and I'm still surprised we won that. I just thought Margath was just going to be too strong. I just thought, oh, first gameplay, I've made a few errors. We haven't really got enough sort of gear, but we've been very fortunate. So looks like Catweasel remains pretty lucky at casting runes as he does at rolling dice, really. And we got away with it, and we got a win. So that's fabulous. So Margath, see ya. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for all the comments. Thanks very much for, you know, all the subscriptions and all the discussions and pointing out where I've gone wrong and everything. If I've gone wrong here, it wouldn't surprise me. I'm off to do the editing now. I may be back shortly saying, oh yes, I played that wrong, and we may be carrying on, but I think I've done it right. So yes, brilliant. Thanks very much for watching. Next up will be Zombicide Black Plague. I'm going to play that next. After that, then I will probably do Caverns of Cinder for Shadows of Brimstone, and then we'll see. Maybe an Arkham Horror, maybe an Eldritch Horror, I don't know. Or maybe even a Touch of Evil. I've also got Mage Knight and a few others, so I'll have a think about what I'm actually going to do. But I haven't played Shadows of Brimstone for a bit, and I haven't played Black Plague at all, so Black Plague will probably be next. That'll probably be a bit away, because I like painting minis, and there's a lot of minis, and I'll have to get cracking with that. I'll at least have to do the heroes, so I think that's 6 minis, the hero, so that'll take a while, probably a week. So it may be next week that I start that playthrough. But as I say, thank you all for watching, and until Black Plague comes along, that's it from me. So toodaloo.